Good evening from downtown Houston. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, here in Rockets land, you think of Calvin Murphy, Moses Malone, and of course the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. But a new chapter being written right now here in Texas.
Oh yeah, you think about Clutch City, Hustle Town, USA. But put all that aside, this team for the last several years has been on the edge of success. Let's see if they can take the next step.
And when you think of the Rockets, you think fun. This one could be as well tonight. Jay, Rockets, a proven commodity. We know what they're capable of. Lakers, this is a young group defending. What principles do they have to adhere to?
You have to stay in the game mentally and be sharp, in particular when it comes to your defensive rotations. Houston will put you in so many pick and rolls at the top of the key, whether that's James Harden or the likes of CP3, and it will force you to rotate. So you have to have disciplined closeouts. And if your guy beats you off the dribble, you have to recognize you cannot help and overextend. You have to stay home. You have to hedge, get back to your man, because you don't want them to end up with a penetration and a knockdown three off a kick out.
Sounds like the speed of the game is the biggest adjustment for a guy coming out of college. Lakers have a lot of those guys right now. Tucker. Paul. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Inside, he scores.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Anthony. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Tucker. Harden. His first effort off the mark. To Kyle Kuzma. Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shots.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. To Paul. Pass down low to Carmelo. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
LeBron into the front court. They trail by one. Can't connect. McGee shot misses.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Caldwell Pope. James. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Harden with the basketball. Down by one. Anthony to Harden. And stuffs it home.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Ball. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Anthony to Capella. Tucker to Paul. Harden. Look out. If he's hitting those, could be a long night. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Goes to the right side. Buries it on the catch and shoot. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Ball to Caldwell Pope. JaVale McGee to Kyle Kuzma. 4-3. Well, their first three, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those to drop earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Lonzo controls the offense. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Harden in possession. They lead it. 4-point game. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Harden in possession. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
He connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Lakers ball. Rondo. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
That's off the side of the rim, short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Threes and layups. That's what the Rockets do. They're not a team that settles for mid-range shots. And that's a good job of getting to the rim and racking it.
Harden. Rondo clears the rebound. To Caldwell Pope. To Beasley. Cashes in for 2.
It's always those sneaky athletic ones. These guys get you every time. Hashtag team don't sleep.
Harden with it up top. Shot clock off as they look to break the tie. From the painted area, won't go down. James. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Gets off the 3. At the buzzer. And it won't be close as time expires here in the first quarter. That'll do it for the first quarter. 1 period to go. Shaping up to be a good one. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. The screen sets him up for 2. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1. He's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you called the Harden rule for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Rondo into the front court. Down 5. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Harden into the front court. We're a minute into the second quarter. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Going to launch beyond the arc. Missed it. Second effort. Beasley. Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 1. Nothing going here on that drive. To the basket is Harden, but his shot's no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Harden with the basketball. Leads 3. Knocked loose. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipper.
Here's a chance from long range. The harder the shot, the easier it looks from Michael Beasley.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Anthony to Paul. Anthony gets it down to Capella. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Paul across the timeline. Lead is 2. Harden to Paul. Fires the 3. Hauled in by James. To Kyle Kuzma. To James. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Los Angeles has the basketball. James, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Tucker. Paul. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul into the front court. Final minute, first half. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Just off the mark.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Paul with it up top. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. Beyond the arc for 3. Won't go down. It's James. Not going down for him this time. Harden in possession. 2-point advantage. Paul. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. That misses with 2 seconds to go. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Rockets are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Lakers have kept it close after 1 half. And the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Assists.
The chemistry for each squad has been great today, and that explains the high assist total. Coming out of halftime, I'm interested to see what kind of defensive adjustments are made to limit the easy scoring opportunities.
Player of the half.
James Harden has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Rockets have the ball. Inside, he scores. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Paul into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Now Paul with the basketball. Leads 4. It's Paul for 2. Ball shot off the mark. To James. For 3, that's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
LBJ. Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Chance for Paul. Knocked out. And a putback slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
James. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Tucker to Harden. Rejected by McGee.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Caldwell Pope. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Deep left corner. Chance for Chris Paul, and strokes it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Kyle Kuzma. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden in possession. Leads 5. Nice pass to get things going.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
LBJ has it. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Tucker. Can't do that.
Just a tic-tac foul.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. And counted at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
And now Houston has the basketball. Paul to Harden. Anthony. Off the iron. No good.
Welcome to the roller coaster ride of basketball. Just because you are knocking down those open looks in the first half doesn't mean you're going to knock them down all game long.
Anthony to Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound taken in by Ingram. Here's Rondo with it. His guys trail now by 4. JaVale McGee to James. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by the Rockets. Goes to the right side. Paul. That one also no good. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2. Harden has it up the floor. Anthony to Paul. To Harden. The drive right to the basket. Can't connect.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
James. Oh, good offense beating good defense. Deep 3 at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Lakers have the lead. This has been a battle thus far. A 1-point game as we get things back going here in the 4th. It's James controlling the offense. From long range, tough shot. Well defended. Gordon with it. His guys now trailing by a point. To Capella. Oh!
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Anthony. To Capella. And the basket good at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's got his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
LeBron into the front court. His team up by 1. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Paul across the timeline. The deficit now up to 5. And Jay, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Harden buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
James into the front court. Lead is 2. James. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
Yeah, if I'm the teammate of that guy that just got scored on, I'm telling him on my way back down the floor, look, I appreciate you being there, but I need you to really be there. I need you to be more engaged and give more effort on the defensive end. That's the only way we're going to win this game.
It's James controlling the offense. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here comes the screen. Paul. Great feed. Sets it up. He gets it.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and you can get it any way you want it.
Slams it down.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Cruises inside for 2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Count the basket at the rim.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Lonzo Ball. And the Rockets clear the board. Houston with the basketball. Paul to Harden. gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
James Harden trying to cash in. He's looking for that touch. To Caldwell Pope. The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Nothing going here on that drive. To Caldwell Pope. Ball to James. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, LeBron James. Not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested three.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Paul. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Referees called it. That was intentional.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
James, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
That one out of bounds off the Rocket. Whistle blows, intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's James Harden once again. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. It's LeBron. Not today. The Lakers get the victory as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Lakers did what great teams do best: finish. In transition is where they really did some damage. As soon as they got a stop, they were on the run and going for the easy basket. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets must be devastated after such a close loss. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points to the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
of the game.
LeBron James gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.